everybody, welcome back to another episode of In the Warehouse by us, the guys from Paranormal Warehouse, Michael Diamond and myself, Breggs.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. How are you?
I'm great, Michael. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. Excited to do another one of these. They're fun.
Yeah, I enjoy this a lot, actually.
You are out of your mind. So what do we have on our agenda? I feel like we always give a little rundown.
Let's start with Halloween. It's October.
It is October. I like the fall. I like October. How do you feel about it?
I don't... Halloween... last year, for Halloween, I didn't do shit. Like, I'm kind of over the whole let me get dressed up and be in a hot, sweaty, packed bar for no reason deal.
Well, for me, you got two pieces of the Halloween, all right? You got the we're going out Halloween, which at a time was, the bee's knees. You wear something ridiculous, you go out, you hang out. But I also enjoy the spookiness of Halloween, such as Halloween movies, like spooky movies. And I like the spooky scenery and the fall and pumpkins. So, I don't know. I love Halloween.
Yeah, I don't mind carving a pumpkin or two.
Have you ever carved a pumpkin?
Fuck yeah, man.
Oh, didn't you do like an incredible thing?
Yeah, man. I'll talk about it. No problem.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I did Elvis, Slimer from Ghostbusters, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters.
Are you serious?
I did Kermit. I did Animal.
Wait. So
Yeah,
do you
man.
do one a year?
No, so what had happened was...
Because that's a fantastical lineup.
Yeah, I was unemployed for a bit. I had a lot of time on my hands.
So you just went to pumpkin carving?
And then it was also the same time that and then it was also the same time that Sandy happened.
Okay.
So we didn't have power, but I had bought these pumpkins and I had already printed out like the tracing stuff. So what you do is you tape it, you print out these fucking pictures and you tape it to the pumpkin.
Yeah.
And then you take like a nail or something and you have to poke holes all around the tracing thing.
See, I would have never...
That's like an hour in itself.
I would never have done that step.
Yeah, that's like an hour in itself. That's not even adding on cleaning out the pumpkin and all that bullshit.
Right. Do you eat the seeds? I can see you just throwing it away.
Yeah, I'd throw everything away.
What a scumbag. All right, go ahead. What's next?
So, and then after doing all the dots, that's when you start carving everything out. But I've done one or two of those pumpkins and it's taken me over 3 hours.
No way.
Yeah, man. And I was doing it by like a lantern in the kitchen because we didn't have power.
I do remember probably Facebook posts where I was, surprised by the level of skill that you had achieved. So, but hold on. So all of these pumpkins were carved in that one single time period?
No. The Elvis, Slimer, and Stay Puft Marshmallow Man were, but Kermit and Animal were the year before.
That's a lot of carving in a single time.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of work. But I'm proud of myself.
What if that was like what if that's your calling? And you're just like throwing it to the wayside?
I mean, really, you're just tracing. It's just a matter of having the patience to sit there and do it.
I saw a dude just on, they have the stupid Facebook videos where it's like, watch this dude do something. And you get totally zoned in. He was incredible. He carved like a scary face into a pumpkin, and it was fantastic.
Like the ones that don't carve the pumpkin, but like they make a thing in the shell of the pumpkin.
Yes, it's like in the rind.
I want to learn how to do that,
dude. It's like with little shape, like a potato.
Yeah,
right. I think they're like it's probably clay modeling tools, I would assume.
Right.
I don't know. I just made that up.
I would like to learn how to do that. That'd be pretty cool.
I'd support you.
Thanks, man.
So what were your Halloweens like?
Like, how far back are we talking?
I don't know, man.
I mean, college, you always fucking got wrecked.
College doesn't count. College is what a nightmare those nights were.
Well, the first Halloween.
The fact that I'm alive.
The first Halloween out here when I moved was a very interesting Halloween for me. So I didn't know a lot of people. Like, I knew a group of people, or I knew somebody that knew a group of people.
Right.
And they were like, hey, let's go out to blah, blah, blah's having a party. And I'm like, all right. And I was like, I don't have a costume. I really didn't want to worry about going out and getting a costume. So one of the friends gave me, it was like a multicolored, very bright multicolored onesie of like a bear or whatever.
Sounds awesome.
And I was like, fine, fuck it. What do I care? I don't know anybody here anyway. So before we even get to the party, I indulged a little too much.
I'm not quite sure what that means.
I'll explain it to you later, but I indulged a little too much before we even got to the party.
All right. It happens.
So then when we got to the party, I was bugging out, and I like got so anxious that I wasn't talking to anybody. I was just kind of like standing there and being like, I hope nobody comes over to talk to me, sort of thing. But then I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, oh, they're probably looking at me being like, who the fuck is this guy? And why is he just like standing there? Like, I started to really lose my shit.
Got a little panicky.
And yeah. So then finally they're like, and I wanted to go home because I was like, I can't do this right now. Like, I can't handle going to this party. And the people I was with wouldn't let me go home. And so we go to this party. Then we're like, well, they shut down Santa Monica Boulevard in Hollywood.
Just a party?
It's just like the parade and people walking around in costumes, and there's bars and restaurants you could go in, and da-da-da-da-da, and they have like stages set up with bands playing and whatever.
It's cool.
So we did that, but I'm just bugging out the whole time, and I'm like, why do we just keep walking? Like, are we going into a bar? Like, what the fuck's happening? Starts downpouring.
Okay, sounds like a dilemma.
Yeah, well, it doesn't rain in California. So it's like downpouring, and nobody's ready for it. And it's like 10, 11 o'clock at night, and now everybody's like trying to get an Uber or a Lyft and trying to go home. And we're like held up in this like Chase ATM area trying to get a Lyft or Uber. And I'm just standing there, and I'm miserable as fuck in this multicolored onesie. And there's this drag queen transvestite type person standing next to me.
Sure.
And just petting me and going, gay, gay.
It's amazing.
And that was my first Halloween in Los Angeles.
I wish I had a GIF of just that situation. It's hilarious.
I mean, I just couldn't I couldn't comprehend what was happening. I was just like, I just want to go the fuck home.
Right. This is what I'm saying. When you're in that age range, Halloween is it's a special time. You know?
Yeah.
It's a special time.
But I think it scarred me because I didn't do anything last year, so.
Right. I mean, there was a Halloween where a buddy and I were also in a situation, and we had to go. We had to like leave, so we were like ducking through backyards, and we crossed through these bushes into the threshold of someone else's backyard, and they're having a party with a bunch of people, and it was like the most well-designed Alice in Wonderland scene, like setups, like giant mushrooms, and they had like a giant ceramic caterpillar, and everyone's dressed up, and I just look at them, and it was, what are the odds? Very terrifying, but they embraced us, and it was a fun time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But yo, forget that, man. I'm talking about childhood Halloween. What's your deal? What'd you do?
Just a normal, you do the parade at school, so everybody can see your costumes. And then...
You did a parade?
Yeah, we did a parade around the school.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I didn't get to do any of that.
No. That explains a lot.
That bums me out.
And then you trick or treat for a while when you get home from school.
Right. Now, was the general very strict?
I honestly, right now, I can't, like today, I wouldn't be able to, I can't remember at all actually trick or treating when I was in elementary school.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like you can't recall?
None of it.
I could easily go back to like moments.
I don't have any moments from elementary school almost. Like I can't remember anything.
That's like probably a problem. What do you mean you can't? Wait, so like you know stories, but you can't like actually recall moments?
Correct.
I don't know, man. It's messed up. It's weird. I was like a Ninja Turtle. I was Reptile from Mortal Kombat. It really kept it real.
I was Pee Wee Herman.
It's creepy. I love Pee Wee.
What else? Honestly, and then I can't remember what any. Yeah, I don't.
Like I know my first costume that I ever wore in my life, and I was a pumpkin, and it was adorable.
I feel like everybody kind of does that, but
I was still adorable.
I don't.
How dare you?
I don't. I don't remember any.
I'm going to look up for next show things that could cause such memory loss, and we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, man, I can't tell you a lot.
All right. All right, go Halloween. Whatever. What it comes down to for me is I'm excited. I'm excited to see some spooky movies.
What are you going to be this year?
Good old Schmobes over there. We're going to be Jay and Silent Bob.
It's good.
It's a good one, right?
That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
That works out well.
Right. So that's what I'm doing. What are you going to be?
I don't know. I always go with my Fraggle Rock costume.
I'm gonna do the Fraggle Rock guy.
How many Fraggle Rock costumes do you see out there?
I'll give you this. It is a quality costume. How much you pay for that?
Too much.
Yeah, that head is like an actual like.
It's a mascot head.
It is a mascot head.
But
how about over $150?
Maybe.
Oh my god.
That's why I gotta get my money's worth.
Oh, jeez Louise.
But you don't see them out there, man.
No, I'm proud of your commitment.
Thanks.
All right. What's next?
We've talked about this in the past on some other shows, and we have an article. And we have an article about this on Paranormal Warehouse. But the infamous, always seen on TV, flashlight experiment.
Well, it's definitely petered out. First of all, have you watched a show? Like a ghost show?
Yes.
I haven't watched a ghost show in probably like 6 months.
Oh, I haven't watched recently.
I was on that train hard.
Yeah, man.
And like, I knew that some of it was shim sham, you know? It was still entertaining though.
Right.
But yeah, flashlight trick. All a bunch of hoopla.
Well, to people listening, if you don't know what the flashlight experiment is, you basically take a flashlight, you put it down, and it's usually the ones that like click in the back or whatever bullshit, or not even.
No, it's the screw one.
The screw one.
Maglite Mini.
And you ask questions, and the flashlight will go on and off, apparently answering the questions by the ghost or spirit. But why does it... So have people have had to try this experiment without the screw ones, right?
Yeah, a flashlight, you know what happens? Nothing.
If you can't manipulate... But why wouldn't you just get that?
Because you want it to be real.
I understand, but like...
Well, whatever. It's a scientifically proven thing. So, I when I was in Kansas City, I talked about this experiment and how, like, it's one of those things that you gotta, like, stop doing. Because it's like, even if it was manipulating the device, this is going to happen anyway. And a guy came up to me afterwards, and he's like, try to convince me otherwise. And I realized in that moment that you got to let those people go. You know?
Yeah, it's just, you kind of
It's like I gave you the information, and you chose not to accept it.
Yeah, you kind of just want to,
and I'm like, modify it. Don't use that flashlight. I'm like, try it with another flashlight.
Right. And what did they say?
Well, they're like, this is, it's a very, you touch it ever so slightly, and the ghost can only use enough power to tweak it a bit.
Yeah, but then, they can manipulate every other device that's bullshit too, with no problem.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So, you want me to give you a rundown of what happens?
Yeah.
All right. That sounds so sincere. All right, so I'm going to butcher this, but this is what happens. So,
all right,
they use a specific Maglite mini flashlight, which is an excellent choice of a flashlight. If you're going to have a portable flashlight, I go Maglite every time. So, and what they do is they thread the light to where it's like bordering on and bordering off.
Right.
And what happens is when the light is on, it expands this metal around it that like expands this metal, and it comes off of the connection of the battery.
Right.
Okay? And when you turn it off, it cools, and the metal goes back into place, and it touches and makes the connection, turns it back on. And this will cycle on and off forever.
Okay.
And people say, well, what about, like, shouldn't it be a pattern? And it's not a pattern, because when the connections meet, they create this, like, little micro, like, weld that has to be broken when it comes up, and sometimes it takes that little mini weld a longer time to break.
Right. Mm.
So that's like the
flashlight
that's like the variable causing it to act so strangely. And that's it. Bada bing, bada boom. Look it up. Someone else will explain it better. There's a video of a guy who, like, goes through the whole thing. I learned the whole thing from this guy's video. I'm gonna link the video in the description, because he goes over it so well. So listen to him, but it's basically what I said.
Yeah, so if you're using the flashlight experiment, just stop. You're wasting your time. We'll just say that.
And it's okay. It's okay to let it go.
Yeah. Come up with your own.
It's okay to let it go.
Better experiment.
It's not a bad thing.
But
let it go. Let it go. Just let it go.
Going along the same lines of the flashlight experiment.
And let it go. Let it go. Did you hear that?
So, going along the same line as the flashlight experiment, faking evidence.
Right, well, somebody doesn't want me to get into something. But we had a situation where clearly faked evidence, we talked about it. We threw a little info out there, used a couple of clips, and there was a situation where, we can't use the clips no more. And it was clearly faked evidence, and I'm just...
Well, why do you say it was clearly faked? Because you think because that's why we got reported? Because he didn't want it out there?
I mean, possibly, but I think he was probably bought out by a media company that now owns the video rights.
Well, it was in that Blackwell movie we talked about last episode.
Was it?
Yeah, that's how the whole movie starts. So the guy wants to do a documentary, sees that video online, contacts that guy.
I thought it was... No. This is the dude who's in the motel. With like the towel moving.
I'm thinking of a different video.
No, good one. Both in, places you could stay for money. So.
I'm thinking of a different one.
But
glad we sorted that out. Oh yeah, then definitely.
But like what? I guess the whole thing is like I'm gonna fake this video, and I'm gonna get so many views that I will be bought out by these companies.
Right.
Is that the plan?
That might be the plan.
And it just so happens that some people do it a little bit better than others.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. I wonder what makes you go there.
Money.
That's always it, huh?
The money. I mean, he somehow, some way is probably making money off of it.
That's weird.
And
now, do you think it's the same? I guess it's all the same of where people actually say that they're like out there trying to figure this stuff out, and then
right.
I bet they go in there with intentions, like good intentions, and then you get like this pressure from this bizarre community of people.
There's an over-exaggeration.
Go ahead.
Well, there's faking it, and then there's an over-exaggeration.
Well, there's a lot of over-exaggeration, but that's like, I guess you're excited or whatever. People fake it all the time.
Yeah. And you could tell. But you have those people that are, their intelligence is questionable.
Wow.
Not realize it, like believing so hard that it can't be fake. If that makes sense.
So, so you're saying that these people aren't, they're just embellishing?
I'm saying that
or are you saying that they're not good enough to like pull this off?
I'm saying there's people out there.
I feel like you're describing them. This is what I'm getting. Of like cartoon burglars, kind of.
Right.
That like come up with a scheme.
Uh-huh.
But once they say it, they're not going to be able to pull it off. Because it's a harebrained scheme.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is you have these people that are faking shit, but then you have the reason why they're so successful with doing it, and more people do it, is because in the paranormal community, there's so many people that their intelligence is questionable when it comes to that. Nobody would ever fake anything. And that's how these people feed off of that, and they just keep making fake shit.
Yeah, it's weird. Although some of those people get like raised up too.
Yeah.
Where they're like
we
got so good.
We got bullied in the beginning, or told in the beginning, that when we first started this whole thing with Paranormal Warehouse and everything else, that we were the bullies of the paranormal community because we would call people shit out.
And it's so bizarre, man. It's like you go into this world and then you go somewhere else and people are like, yeah, I've heard of you. And I'm like, how?
Right.
Who said anything? Very weird.
Yeah. But you have these people that are so closed-minded, and they don't, like, they're nothing, what they believe is what they believe, and it's true. Like, there's no questioning anything. And that's society as a whole right now with everything going on, but...
Sure. Everything's a disaster.
Right. And that's what it is, basically, on a lower scale in the paranormal community, where these people are so close-minded and, like, there's no debunking anything, or there's no calling anything out as fake. It's like, if you really investigate and you're a paranormal investigator, semi-credible, or people know who you are, and you post something, it's like, there's no fucking way that's fake. And, like, that's what the people's mindset is.
It's probably because they they envision a ball of light around themselves, and it's like uplifted them to this position. How do you feel about that when people say that you have to envision a ball of light before you enter an area?
I don't know. I never heard that before.
I can't believe it.
Or maybe I didn't. I just don't remember.
It's like, I've been in situations where it's like, all right, we're going to go into this place. I want you all to close your eyes and envision a ball of light protecting you. And everyone would close their eyes, and I'd look around like, is this for real? But I guess, I don't know. Who's it hurting? I'm just being a turd.
Yeah. I don't remember ever hearing that though, but whatever. But yeah, people just feed off of the attention of creating the fake videos. So.
I know, they hit big.
And they do. I mean, so if it works, it works.
It's true.
But, that's all I got on that, I guess.
That's all I got. What's, we got one more thing? You're right over there?
Yeah.
Watching Breggs slowly pass away. Yeah, he's gonna make it through.
I'm alright.
Thank God.
But, what live streams we got going on now? We got some new live streams, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, we got Bernice, and we got Phenomenon Countered, and we got Shadow Hunters with the Shadow Hour, and we got Paranormal Frequencies, and we got Ted Van Son. He's got his dope show on Mondays also. I don't know, we're packed. And we also got a bunch of live streams.
Yeah, we got Malvern Manor and Hinsdale House going on couple times now. And what other one? Don't we have something else happening?
Oh, Justin's Place.
Right.
Dude, I always get these. They're all like the something manor, or it's like that you just get them mixed up in your head. But yeah, I mean, that's growing. I like the streams. I like the live streams. I think they're fun.
Yeah, and I think also it helps us a lot. We don't get to do investigations that often. Like, if I come back to the East Coast, we try to set one up. Last time you were here, we sent one up. But we don't get to do them on a regular basis. So for us to set up static cams in locations like Hinsdale and Malvern Manor, it helps us out because we're sharing the investigation with everybody. And like, if something happens, there's hundreds of eyes watching it.
Right. No, I know, it's cool, man. It's, I like how the chats are active. And sometimes people are ridiculous on there too, dude.
Yeah, wasn't there one?
Dude, the guy was in there telling all the ladies to make him sandwiches. That is absurd.
Oh, God.
I mean, what makes it hilarious is the time put in. He was in there just naming everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing. I'd rather that than people being assholes about it.
Sure. I mean, the guy was like, I'm sure somebody would get offended by that, but
yeah,
it's just like,
it was just ridiculous.
It is so ridiculous. You just have to think of it in context of there's some guy who what he's doing tonight is he's gonna pop on this live stream and he's gonna tell ladies to make him sandwiches.
Oh,
like,
Jesus.
Dude, that was his. He probably felt like he nailed it.
Yeah, he had a good night that night.
He had a good night that night. Oh my God.
But yeah,
trolls, dude. You can't. They just are everywhere.
Yeah, you can't help it. I get into it sometimes with them just because some of the shit they say is so ridiculous. But I try to be better.
I remember early on, any type of criticism would just cripple me to the floor.
Yeah.
So, no, now I'm like a calloused piece of shit. So,
yeah, we just kind of don't care anymore. I get into it every now and again. You just tell me to leave it alone, but
because I don't want to get. I don't know. It's always funny though. I'm excited that you jump in.
But yeah, check out the live streams next time you guys are on the page. We do them on the website page, we do them on Facebook, and then they also stream live on YouTube. So whatever your preferred social handle,
Right. Do
check
that.
it out. Do that.
Well, I guess, is that it?
I'm tapped out.
You had a
I'm
long
done.
day.
A long day, man. Long weekend. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I had a pretty easygoing weekend.
I'm hurting a little bit.
Well, I don't know. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for always listening, and tell your friends.
Yeah, tell your friends, Come on, join the party. It'll be fun. Okay. All right. Good night, Christopher.
Good night, Michael.